Well, it's Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and demented Joe Biden mumbled through singing happy birthday to the wife of MLK's son after he forgets her name mid-verse. Seriously, you cannot make this up. Try not to cringe.
But congratulations today, the honorees, including your wife, who I understand is a birthday today? Well, look, my wife has a rule in her family. When somebody's birthday, you sing happy birthday. You ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Valen. Happy birthday to you.
Joining me now, host of Stacy on the Right on Sirius XM Radio, Stacy Washington. The guy is a bumbling fool at times, is he not?
It's rough to watch. I mean, we had President Trump, who was routinely mocked, and they said horrible things about him. But when President Trump was in office, he knew how to say happy birthday to someone. He knew how to remember their name. And he especially knew how to put on an event where he would compliment people and commemorate these historic occasions that we have, such as MLK Day. I mean, as Americans, we have overcome so much, and it would just be great to have a commander-in-chief who knew what day it was and who he was talking to.
Stacy, he's Biden I'm talking about. He's claimed to have walked in the Civil March era, and then when he was called out for it, his own White House said, well, he didn't really walk in it physically. He was thinking about them, so he's walking with them mentally. He's a liar on top of it.
So mentally, Eric, if we get credit for that, I'd like to claim another 10 pounds off and a few other things in my bank account too. Let me get in on some of that.
Stacy, while we have you, can we get you to weigh in on some of this $10 million they spent on an MLK and Coretta Scott King statue, and people have just absolutely no idea. I've heard some nasty things about what it looks like at times. Your thoughts?
So I actually thought this was a horrible meme. I saw it wee hours of the morning on Instagram, and I said, wow, this is not a good meme. Like, who made this? And then I realized it was an actual statue, $10 million, and it's huge. Apparently, it's like 2 stories tall. What can we do to get it taken down is my question. Do we need a petition, a GoFundMe? How do we get that out of the view of human beings? It's hideous.
You know, the family of Martin Luther King Jr. said they don't know what that is supposed to represent, and they're not fans of it, even them.
Yeah, but I mean, from some angles, you're not even sure what you're looking at. Like, what are the hands grasping? So the question is, Boston, do they not have some, crime that they need to work on eliminating? Is there nothing else within the bounds of their budget that needs addressing besides paying for this hideous non-art? It's not art. We can't call that a sculpture. We can't call that art. It's just awful. An insult.
You know, Stacy, very quickly, only about 15 seconds or so, he went to the National Action Network, Al Sharpton's group today to speak. I mean, all his examples of gaffes and flubs and even racist comments, why do they still welcome him with open arms?
So, this is an ideological divide that we can't span that, because I think we should commemorate Martin Luther King by pointing to our strengths and how we as Americans spend so much time and energy working together as neighbors and friends to accomplish things, and how wonderful it is to be an American. He's never expressed that sentiment. He never will. And so I can't really understand why they would ask him. But then again, they believe as he does, not as you and I do, that this is a great country.
And Stacy on the Right, Stacy Washington, always good to have you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
All right, folks.